much do you make?
Like yearly?
Not enough.
Me and a gas station clerk make the same.
That's surprising. Do you feel well compensated?
Yeah. I'm a police officer.
Nice. How much do you make?
I make $100,000 a year.
Out here, I'm a police officer.
Cool. How much do you make?
Like yearly?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say I'm kind of about 120.
How many years of experience?
6 years in law enforcement.
I'm an EMT ER technician.
Nice. How much do you make?
I make about $25,000 a year as part-time.
Okay. And is this what you want to do? Is this your dream job?
It's not, but I'm working towards medical school.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an EMT.
Oh, very cool. How long have you been doing that?
Last 5 years.
Nice. How much do you make in your role?
About $43,000 a year.
Not bad. Where are you based and do you feel well compensated?
Houston and no.
Yeah, we've interviewed a lot of EMTs and they don't make what you would expect. What are your thoughts on that?
Maybe they should pay a little more. I mean, me and a gas station clerk make the same.
Isn't that crazy? Any advice for others who are interested in being an EMT? What advice would you give them?
Get your mental health in order. You see a lot of crazy things.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an EMT, which in this hospital I'm an ER tech.
ER tech. And how much do you make?
I make $24 an hour, which is
Tell me more.
not enough. However, I love my job.
Okay, yeah. Do you feel well compensated?
I think in healthcare most people probably don't, but you do it because you love helping people.
Right.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's what you get back at the end of the day.
Definitely. What are some other pros and cons?
The cons would definitely be the craziness, just because you deal with patients from all walks of life, and sometimes you could be verbally or physically assaulted. The pros is just the end of the day, you felt like you did a great job. You did as much as you could. You helped the people. That is just also a blessing. You have to have compassion and empathy, and that just brings joy to me. That is probably the only thing that I would do for free.
Yeah.
So
we need to clone you and put you all over. How is your work-life balance? How many hours a week are you working?
So I work 2 jobs. I literally work 3 here and then 3 on an ambulance. So I don't have much of a social life. I mean, I do because I make time for it, but I work 3 days at one place and 3, so I only have 1 day off, basically.
You
So
must
I'm pretty
be
busy.
Yeah, you must be stressed. How do you take care of yourself?
In between, self-care is very important. Just staying in bed all day on my 1 day off, or just, trying to go get a massage, go get my nails and feet done.
You deserve it, for sure.
Thank you.
How did you get into this? How would you advise others to get into it as well?
I've been wiping butts since I was about 14. So just being a natural nurturer, just being raised by a grandmother. So I've just always been around people who take care of others. So that's kind of like, it's just been my life. And I love to do it.
Yeah.
I'm constantly doing something even when I'm not at work.
I'm an EMT.
Financial advisor.
How much do you make?
I make about $50,000 a year. Yeah.
70.
What do you do for a living?
I am a paramedic on an ambulance.
Cool. And how long have you been doing this?
I've been an EMT for 3.5 years, and I got my paramedic license in the past year.
Amazing. So I was going to ask, how do you get into it? Like education, paramedic's license. How long did it take for you to get that?
Yeah, so there's 2 levels of EMT. So the first level is the basic, and you have to do 4 to 5 months of training.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the next level is advanced. So you do 4 to 5 months of training for that, and then a paramedic certification is on top of those.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Oh my God, do you get paid doing that?
Yeah, usually you'll work for a company at the same time you're doing a certification, and then it's a payback thing. You'll work for them for X number of years for getting that certification, and they'll pay for it, and you'll get paid during that.
Gotcha. Okay, at least it's paid. I hate unpaid.
It would suck to have to go to school, because the paramedic is a year long. It would suck to have to go to school that long and not get paid.
A couple months, I was doing the math. I'm like, that's a year. Oh my God.
That's a lot of missed income, for sure.
Right, for sure. And so how much do you make in your role now?
So I live in Atlanta, and so around 45 to 50,000 for advanced EMTs or basic EMTs, and then as a paramedic I'll make around 60.
Nice.
So it's around 26, 27 an hour.
Gotcha. And do you feel well compensated?
We see a lot of crap, we see a lot of really hard stuff, and I've delivered babies and I've resuscitated people. I feel like I could get paid more, but also compared to other cities, I know that we do get compensated pretty well overall.
I think you deserve more. What are the pros and cons? You mentioned a few cons. What are the best parts, worst parts about your job?
I really like being able to help people. Obviously, that's what everyone in medicine says, but it really does pay off. When you Yeah, even on things that we think are minor, it's like someone's worst day, and so like when they call for an ambulance, it's really nice to be able to go and help them.
Absolutely.
Also, I really like the schedule.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
we do.
Flexibility?
It's very flexible. We do
Nice.
12-hour shifts, so we work 3
Oh,
days one week and 4 days the next week. So like, it's a long shift, but then
Yeah.
some weeks I get 4 days off.
Yeah, you have the rest of the time off.
Yeah.
I love that. So I was going to ask about work-life balance. You answered that. Amazing.
It's pretty good. The shifts are long, and sometimes they can go a little longer.
Right.
But overall, I really like having that number of days off.
That's great. What are some of the hard and soft skills that you needed in your role?
I would say definitely communication. You
Communication.
are seeing a lot of different people, a lot of different
Yeah.
types of people, because even though you work in like one specific area, you're like just the amount of socioeconomic difference between
Right.
like different streets even can
Yeah.
be very it can be a really wide disparity, and so
Yeah.
just knowing how to talk to all different kinds of people, be compassionate, be kind, empathetic, yeah.
Definitely.
And then you'll learn all the hard skills like in EMT school or paramedic school. So,
Perfect. So you learn as you go.
yeah, you don't have to know how to do an IV before you before you come in.
No worries. I love that.
They'll teach you all of that.
They'll teach you all of that,
Yeah.
the hard stuff. What advice do you have for others who also might want to be an EMT based on what you've learned, or any career advice in general that you would share?
I would say my path is pretty common. Like, I went to college first, I was doing pre-med, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to med school. So I'd say for people who are like trying to figure out what they want to do in the medical field, it's really good. Like, it's a good stepping stone to get like
Great advice.
contact hours, to get experience, to start making some money, and then like if you're one of those people who's trying to figure out what you want to do, you'll get to see a lot of different areas of medicine.
Right. And learn if you like it or you don't like it.
Exactly. Try to figure out what your next step is based on what you've seen.
What do y'all do for a living?
We're Wildland Firefighters.
Yes, ma'am.
Very cool. Such an important job. How long have you been doing it?
2 years now.
2 years.
Yep, 2 years for me too.
Very cool. And how much do y'all make in your role?
56,000 a year.
That's great. Do you feel well compensated?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, it's hard work, but it's seasonal, so it's hard when we get laid off in the off season. But
Yeah. What are the seasons like? What's high and low?
the highs for like
Summer, probably.
yeah, summer definitely. Yeah, in the
Summer.
winter we're off work, so it's hard to
Yeah.
make money. It's very rewarding working for the community and just working around people that are striving to do great things too.
And helping, for sure.
Yeah.
What kind of skills did you need to get into this role? Hard and soft skills?
Honestly, it's really challenging. You really got to have a strong mindset and be able to put in the work. Yeah.
Work ethic. What about you?
There's a lot of certs that you need to get. There's a lot of schooling and stuff like that. So just like academy-wise and stuff that you need for.
Gotta
well,
study.
Yeah. Just keep an open mind. Like, you're always learning something new, and you're never gonna know everything about firefighting. So just an open mind.
An
for sure.
open mind. I love that. What
Yeah.
about
Learn
you?
every single day. You never stop learning.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a firefighter.
Cool. How long have you been doing that?
3 years now.
3 years. And how much do you make?
92,000.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
that's surprising. Do you feel well compensated?
Yeah.
It could be
Could
more.
always be more.
It could always be more. What are the best and worst parts of being a firefighter? Why would you recommend it? And what are the hard parts that maybe you weren't aware of before you joined?
You're constantly being able to help people. I guess that's like the best part of it. It's also like a brotherhood and sisterhood. I mean, we have women firefighters too.
Yeah.
The hardest part,
The job?
I don't know. I mean, mental toughness, but the guys and the girls around you get you through it.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a dispatcher.
Oh, very cool. How long have you been doing that?
7 months.
7 months, so fresh into it. What's your educational background?
Criminal justice.
Very cool, so definitely that makes sense. How much do you make as a dispatcher?
60K a year.
Not bad. Do you feel well compensated?
A little bit.
Yeah. Where are you based?
Bedford.
If you're looking for even more transparent salaries, head to our website, salarytransparency.com. You can search hundreds of different job titles and then search through individual salary submissions that are each packed with tons of contextual information to help you compare yourself accurately. For example, you can look up a police dispatcher like the one we just interviewed and search through all the different submissions to learn more about each person's years of experience, education, company, industry, and so much more. Visit the link in the description below to explore more and share your own salary.